Hey everybody, it's me. So today you're probably wondering, what am I doing? What is this series? What is the show about? And why am I starting off with season 1 being 6 episodes of just a straight up show being at Hot Topic? Well, I'll tell you. Come with me. Oh, hey, you're there. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to dive deep into the fandom of Hazbin Hotel. Yeah, there's Five Nights at Freddy's and there's Undertale, but to be honest, the one cool thing about Hazbin Hotel is that there's a lot more different angles than you think. I'm going to show you guys something real quick, and I hope you don't mind. Come with me again. Just come with me. Oh, hey. So, I want to talk to you guys about what Hazbin Hotel is. Hazbin Hotel is a show that it was made by a YouTube creator called Vivzipop, who made a pilot that went pretty well, over 100 million views by the way. And it was a show that was developed to show that sinners in hell can be redeemed. Now with that redemption, we get to see different sides of different people's stories, such as a gambler addict that is forced to be under a contract under another demon. And then you have a prideful sinner's daughter, Lucifer's daughter, who wants to start a hotel to redeem sinners, trying to find a way to not let exterminations happen every year in Hazbin Hotel's hell. If you don't know about the exterminations, basically hell can be overpopulated by sinners. The angels from heaven come down from heaven and they basically eradicate sinners every year, once a year. But there's a twist this time. They're coming down after 6 months instead of a year. Probably because of overpopulation, but also being assholes. So Charlie decided, you know what, instead of the hassle and the chores of angels coming down and striking people as sinners in hell, why not just let them try to redeem themselves to come to heaven to solve the population crisis in hell, and also try to help people get a second chance in hell? Oh, hey, so basically, I really wanted to talk about Hot Topic first because for the fact that I thought this was the coolest shit ever. So in this season, you're gonna see me talk about how it's affecting Hot Topic, how people reacted to it, and possibly a behind the scenes sneak peek of what happens at Hot Topic when I interviewed somebody who works at Hot Topic. Point proven here. Mm-hmm. But they also believe that any new fandoms like Hazbin Hotel or FNAF has ruined Hot Topic, and this will be the end of Hot Topic itself. Do you think that's true? Do you think anybody can grow out of Hot Topic, especially with the new fandoms coming in?
I think they can.
So, if you want to sit back, enjoy the season, I'm going to tell you that episode 1, it's kind of boring. Just an introduction to Hazbin Hotel. It is at Hot Topic, and well, this is called Discovery. Enjoy. Well, I know my beautiful show named Hazbin Hotel has been popping up recently, and I want to see if anything's new on Twitter because, you know, I love the show so much. I watch it once a week. I listen to the whole playlist every day, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time. So let's just find out what Hazbin Hotel is doing on Twitter right now. Time to search it up. Hazbin Hotel. Oh. It's a Hot Topic. Okay, that's cool. I do want to get one of those. That does look cool, actually. Went to Hot Topic and look at her. Dude, that's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Honest to God, I do like the fact that they call it Welcome to the Hot Topic Hotel. That's actually kind of funny. Don't go to Hot Topic. They have a huge poster and only one fucking Hazbin Hotel shirt. I was livid. Sarah, are you sure you're doing okay? Look, I know your sister Emily can be pretty annoying, but I think that's over-exaggerated. I want to see what's more at Hot Topic. Hot Topic was playing some weird show about a hotel. Not bad for a show whose most rabid fan base is also teens and millennials who shop at Hot Topic complimentary. Are you serious? Wait, okay, I need to find out what's actually going on at Hot Topic and see what the whole ordeal is about. So instead of just looking at Twitter, let's look at Reddit and see what they say. Hazbin Hotel Hot Topic. Twitter is upset about the recent Hazbin Hotel Hot Topic collaboration. What? I have aged out of this store. Damn, 1.8 million views? Holy shit. Okay, and 116,000 likes. Aged out of hot... Wait, hang on. Can I ask you something? Aging out of Hot Topic, what does that mean? All right, let's see what the other one says. Vivzipop really did make the first adult show for toddlers. That is not... That is literally not true. Hot Topic has had so much shit in there that is legitimately for only adults. Yes, there's Hello Kitty. Yes, there's Five Nights at Freddy's. But there's other stuff like Green Day, Korn. There's stuff in there for other shows or merch that legitimately is only for adults or older teens. So what else do they have to say? When I walked into work a few days ago and saw this in the window, I genuinely wanted to shoot myself. Now this is getting crazy. I'm so confused. Why is this such a big deal? Okay, I'm guessing not everybody likes Hazbin Hotel. I mean, if you work at Hot Topic, I can understand that. And when you play that on the TV nonstop on a loop, all the episodes, sure, I guess it could get kind of annoying, but I think that they're missing the point that this is supposed to just bring a fandom to the company. Am I wrong? I'm just trying to get to the nitty gritty. I guess the last thing it says is, if I saw this, I would kill myself. Okay, listen. I saw this trending on TikTok and Twitter and Reddit, and I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty of, is Hazbin Hotel actually going to be the fall off for Hot Topic? Will it actually end the store? Now, because listen, a lot of people are sharing their thoughts on how Hazbin Hotel is not an adult show, it's a kid's show. It is completely false, but my opinion doesn't matter to the 1.8 million people who saw it and 100,000 plus people who liked the post. So I'm here to see what is the whole ordeal with this being the downfall of Hot Topic, shall we? I think the next thing we're gonna do, and we should do, is go to TikTok. I'm here to find out if this is actually the downfall. So let's see. Hazbin Hotel at Hot Topic. God, if I can spell it. A misguided path. Okay, so this is important. Hang on. Shh. A misguided path to redemption has appeared at Hot Topic. Let's see. Okay, Hot Topic specifically posted this. Oh shit. Okay, those are cool. There's only 5 designs? What? Okay, wait, I did not know the vinyl was there. Honest to God, I did not know the vinyl was there. If I knew the vinyl was there, I would have got it. Well, I heard it was sold out, actually. A little message for everyone. Let people enjoy their interest and don't like it. Keep scrolling. Why are people getting so pissy in the Okay, we need to look at the comments real quick because I'm not seeing any pissy comments. There are reasons why people dislike Hazbin Hotel. We don't know the actual reasons why, but we know that there are some, okay? Now, I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to find out what are the reasons why, and guess what? This episode, we find that out. But here, come with me for a little bit, okay? Let's go. Okay, so basically, we find out not just the answers, but we also have to look at the clues. The clues are what's important, not just what we find on our own, but also what we learn along the way. So before we even look at just the clues, we need to also know. Is the hate actually legit? And do people actually dislike the show? We do find that out in this episode. But it's time to look at the clues that we already have. What we have here is not just clues, but we also have things that can tell us what exactly we've already discovered. And well, in this wonderful little folder, we have clues in here that already tell us things. So basically, the only things we do know right now is the main basis of this whole thing is Hot Topic itself. Hot Topic is like the #1 clue because it's literally about Hot Topic, okay? Next, we know that the show is about Hazbin Hotel, and I think that's just pretty clear. But the one thing that people are disliking about Hazbin Hotel is this sign right here. Legitimately, there's no actual reason why, but this sign is the most important thing. At our last and final clue, we got the merch. I don't know. I thought I had a cool and quirky intro for the merch, but I don't. But we know they're selling merch, and this is like most of the merch if you don't include the album, okay? So with all these clues in hand, we can already figure out that, Hot Topic, it's for the old kid, it's for the, well, Hazbin Hotel, it has a cartoony figure, like, it's just literally cartoonish. I think the merch, it's just like, it's so, other than the Atom, it's like bland, and the Charlie and the fucking, ooh, Charlie in the window. That's just, I just don't know. I'm trying to connect pieces like, okay, Hazbin Hotel is like a cartoon for kids, but it's like home feely. Them putting it on the window, it's just crazy, right? Like, who would put welcome to the Hot Topic Hotel? Who would say that? Nobody but the people in the right mind of Hot Topic and Hazbin Hotel, huh? Yeah. And then the merch is just, fucking merch. It's just all this evidence don't matter as long as you don't give a shit. Why do people dislike Hot Topic having Hazbin Hotel in it? Yeah. Okay, might not wear in public, but would still buy. Oh, really? Is that how it is? So you think that it's just disgusting to buy Hazbin Hotel merch and not wear it in public because you think it's so embarrassing? I found that a little suspicious on the hater side. But let's keep going, shall we? No, oh no. Hot Topic is cooked. Wait, what does the reply say? You're of course. Okay, wait, I'm so confused. Oh, wait, actually people are mad about this. I'm actually kind of surprised. Just ruined Hot Topic for me. Now I'm going to Spencer's. I only want the... What the hell does that even mean? Okay, I love these comments. I think these aren't serious at all. All right, so as we see on the main TikTok that basically we are seeing people upset about this. There's no actual reason why. I legitimately cannot find one good, honest to God reason why people hate this Hot Topic. So I need to find an actual TikTok that explains why they hate this so much. Is it bad? Is it actually for an adult show for toddlers at Hot Topic? What's going on? I walked into the mall and this is the first thing I see. All right, let's see. Only at Hot Topic, and it's somebody actually hating on this. At this moment right here, I felt like a boomer. So now let's find out what people are saying. You'll live, bro. I walked past my mall and saw like big tablet looking things and it had Hazbin Hotel. As I was searching for the answer, I realized not a simple TikTok comment section would answer for me. So as I kept scrolling through, I realized this was becoming a dead end. So I had to look for other means on TikTok to find out why people really dislike it. Can one creator actually give me an answer, or can comments actually answer it for me? So let's keep continuing our investigation. What is the opinion? Legitimately, I don't understand. There is nothing to back up the hate. I need to know what the hate is about. I'm gonna find out one more TikTok, see if there's anything. If not, I think the conclusive answer is it's just hateable. Is there anything else that'll basically say, hey, this is the reason why Hazbin Hotel is killing Hot Topic? That is the topic I am trying to discover. Okay, I've been trying to find an answer for a couple minutes now, and I really can't. So let's just get into the nitty-gritty and see if there is at least one person to explain this. Why are people upset with the new Hot Topic Hazbin? Okay, this might be it. Okay, wait, let's see.
Recently, there's been a bit of discourse surrounding the new Hazbin Hotel Hot Topic merch. Let me explain.
Okay, he explains it. Thank God. Oh my God, dude. I swear to God, nobody in the comments ever explained it. Nobody in Reddit explained it. So I'm ready to see if LMAO TV explains finally what the hate is about.
So recently, images have been popping up online showcasing the new Hazbin Hotel merch collab with Hot Topic in the store window.
Yeah, with the Charlie in the window. And yeah, I've been seeing this everywhere online.
There's also some promotional images showcasing Charlie. Some people were upset about this, with complaints being made that Hot Topic has abandoned its target audience, people saying they'll refuse to shop there now, and all the other usual complaints about...
Okay, so we finally got one answer. Basically, people have complained that Hot Topic has abandoned their target audience.
Hot Topic has abandoned its target audience.
And this made me realize that I finally found an answer. I need to go to my thinking quarters. And as I head to my desk, I realize this is a huge discovery, and this is something I need to write down as evidence. As I started writing this down, I started to realize that this was not as easy as I thought. Reason one, there can't be just one reason. There has to be more reasons than this. So as I start writing down every single thought I had into this first reason, the cogs are turning and my brain is churning all this information. I realized that Hot Topic was losing focus on its target audience. As I felt a quick sigh of relief, I realize my work here is not done, and I need to listen to more of what he has to say. Now, if I can remember correctly about who the target audience is, I don't think it's one specific fandom, but I mean, I could do a little bit of research on this to see what that's about, but let's just continue to see what the other reasons are.
People saying they'll refuse to shop there now, and all the other usual complaints about how terrible the show is.
Okay, because they think the show is terrible, that's another reason why they don't want to shop there anymore. So the first one is they've abandoned their target audience. Second one is the show's pretty bad, so that also is a reason why they'll stop shopping there. Okay. As I started to process this, I had to go back to my thinking quarters. I'm pacing all around my room, trying to figure out what the answer could be. Is it right in front of me? Is it under my nose? No. Wait a minute. The answer was there the whole time. And as I started to head back to my desk, I realized I need to write this down. As the answer is processing through my mind, I can't help but to think to write down every thought I had, and I figured it out. The second reason was people just really might hate the show. So then I started thinking about it. Why do people really hate the show? Is it the tacky songs, the character build-up, or the story of the whole thing? I need to go back to find out more information about the Hot Topic hate.
And people proceeded to complain that the show sold out. It's impossible for animated shows to branch out.
That the show sold out.
It's impossible for animated shows to branch out.
Let me see.
To complain.
That the show sold out. Does that mean they sold out? Oh, it means that they sold out to the company. Like, they sold out to Hot Topic, as in, like, they're trying to do as much as they can to make sure that they get as much influx of people as they can. I get it now, okay. But wait a minute. I've always known Hazbin Hotel to always be for the fans and not for major media companies. So as I went back to my thinking studies, I started pondering, was I always in the wrong? Were my assumptions incorrect? As I was thinking many thoughts about this, I started to write down the last piece of evidence that I have learned today. As I was spewing every thought onto my piece of paper about the last piece of evidence I've learned, I just kept pondering, did I forget something? Did I make the wrong turn? But this was the last piece of evidence I have to work with. They sold out to the major corporations. I had to stop and rethink, why was I researching this? What was the whole reason? But then I had to go back and try to do more research, understanding what I've learned. I think the first thing to do is look up who is the core audience for Hot Topic. Let's see. Literally, the first answer is Hot Topic's core audience is primarily made up of young adults and teens who are interested in pop culture, video games, and rock music. Target demographic right here is currently defined as 18 to 24-year-old men and women. The age demographic for Hazbin Hotel. Mature audience is 17 and older. The show is not... No. Hang on, I think that's a little wrong. Let's just skim over that one real quick. I think this is legitimately it. This is a good standing of what it is. It takes time gathering evidence, but you'll get there eventually. Oh, this is good. Wait, this is literally what we need to see. The age demographic has been 18 to 24 on Hell of a Boss Enjoyers, which is basically the same demographic as Hazbin Hotel. That is actually crucial information to find out. This is going to be the age traffic that I'm searching. I'm doing multiple sources to find out. Hazbin Hotel analysis. They're going to show us that, obviously. Where's the age? Age distribution, here we go. Legitimately peaks at 18 through 34. And matter of fact, female and male are basically 50-50. So if we're literally going off of what we are shown from the website itself, what was it? What was the website itself? HazbinHotel.com. This show has garnered most attention from those that it's said to be, and also Hot Topics. What was the Hot Topic one again? Oh yeah, that's right. It's for young adults to teens who are there. Basically teens to young adults. I'm doing this to actually debunk stuff that may seem a little skewed, right? So the next one is they sold out their souls for bigger media. What media is Hazbin Hotel on? I think this is the biggest one we need to find out, right? It is on Amazon Prime, and also I guess all 4 seasons of Hazbin Hotel. Wait, there's no... There's 4 seasons of Hazbin Hotel on Freevee. No, it does say that it's on Amazon Prime, basically, and YouTube if you count the first and part of second episode and pilot. And then where can you buy Hazbin Hotel merch? HazbinHotel.com is one. Hazbin Hotel official store Shark Reboot Robot. Maybe this, yeah, series by VivziePop. Literally, VivziePop has their own place on Shark Robot. Okay, so There's 2 so far, but anything else? Let's see. Amazon, I don't think Amazon counts. Hot Topic. Yeah, Seeing Hazbin Hotel, Shark Robot, and Hot Topic. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is this. The first 2 points I just debunked by doing simple, quick research. I'm saying that it's abandoned its core audience because Hazbin Hotel is legitimately still on the uprise of being part of like the mainstream media, right? And the fact that it was an indie project that people waited years for. And as you saw, they didn't sell their souls to major corporate medias or major corporations. So the last one is that they dislike the show. Just another day, another dollar, another new discovery to saw. Oh, hey, welcome back. You caught me a little bit doing my research on the Hazbin Hotel stuff, you know, I'm going through some evidence that I found from last episode and, well, I kind of want to talk about it real quick. So in this episode, I'm going to solve the last question of who hates Hazbin Hotel? Now, that's the question that's kind of like subjective, right? It's not really objective unless you see like 1-star ratings or whatnot, but I think this is the main culprit. Hot Topic has abandoned its target audience. That is one thing that a lot of people had seen, and then I disproved it. Its core audience is legitimately the same as Hazbin Hotels. Target demographic right here is currently defined as 18-24-year-old men and women. The age demographic for Hazbin Hotel. Mature audience is 17 and older. Apparently tackiness, the character backstories, and story? The story, people dislike the story? Can you look at this and say, this is probably the worst thing you've ever seen? It legitimately looks like people trying to enjoy hell in a different way. You know, I found that out, and you know what? I'm steaming and I'm beaming. I gotta walk this heat off, dude. God damn it. This is so ignorant. It's so stupid. I can't understand the hate. This hate is something that I just can't understand, dude. It's like, I'm looking at the other pieces of evidence, right? And it makes no sense to me on what is happening with the hate. I mean, look at this. The next piece of evidence we found was legitimately, they sold their soul to the massive corporations. I mean, they literally sold their souls. That is what everybody's saying. Did they really? When they only have 4 main websites they use? 2 of them being minuscule, such as Shark Robot and YouTube's, right? Those are the only 2 that are minuscule. You literally got Hot Topic, and then the main one they got themselves is HazbinHotel.com. So when you say they sold their souls, what does that even mean? Because now I'm putting into perspective that Amazon is the biggest corporation they're ever going to use. And then Freevee, but Freevee's for Amazon, so that's a little bit of a toughy situation. I mean, Freevee, Amazon, you put them together and it's like big bang boom, a free episode each season, okay? I can't do this no more. Damn. It's almost like the hate wasn't warranted, but people kept saying it was so bad. Like, what made it so bad? Oh, we got the Rotten Tomato score. What's behind this? Oh, but it's actually good, and 85% and then 89%? So what are you saying? You're saying that the people are wrong? No, the people can't be wrong. The people who dislike this being a hot topic, they can't be wrong. No, this evidence is just terrible. I mean, how do I prove it? What is one thing I can do to prove that people are right? To look up the ratings. Wait a minute. Wait, this research ain't over yet. So hang on, wait. This actually gives good detail, because if this was the introduction, if this was the evidence we had where we saw the Rotten Tomato score, does the Rotten Tomato score even matter? I should do a lot more than I thought. Let's go look at the ratings, the official ratings on YouTube, on Amazon even, on Freevee. Freevee that has all 4 seasons. I think that's our next step. That has to be our final step before we go talk to the Hot Topic employee. It just has to be the next step. Yes! Okay, let's go. And as he embarks on this journey, he's gonna find out the truth. And as I delve into this task, seeing all my evidence that lays before me, I'm wondering, is the answer really there right in front of me, or is it going to take time to find out? I start to ponder whether or not this might be possible as a feat, but I look at the evidence and it's just not clicking with me. So I had to think, what am I going to do and how am I going to learn? And then I had an idea. So now that we got into the nitty gritty of what we found out was to be not true in the first 2 points, the third point is I want to see how many people actually took the time to watch it. So I want to start with the pilot. I think the pilot's always a good starter point of going into research like this because obviously it makes sense to start at the start, right? Hazbin Hotel pilot. It has 113 million views. Let's look at the like to dislike ratio. Now obviously with the extension, you can't really tell how many dislikes are actually on there other than those who also have the extension, but 60,000 dislikes versus 3.5 million. Now 60,000 is a lot. Let me be honest, 60,000 is a lot. But compared to the 3.5 million, I think it is fair to say that there are a lot more people who decided to be like, I'm going to support this series. But this is before all the hellfire of other stuff. Let's get into the first 5 minutes of the very first episode that Prime UK uploaded on their channel. 95,000 views, not a lot, but comparatively, 1.5k likes to 123 dislikes. But obviously, the research can't end there. You can't just be like, oh, we're going to look at the like to dislike ratio on the first 5 minutes of the first episode. Vivzy Pop has uploaded the first 11 minutes of the second episode, and it got 5.3 million views. And the like to dislike ratio is, you can see it right here. It's like look, I can even show you this right here. 103,000 likes compared to 1.3 thousand dislikes. You can tell me all the things you want about the like to dislike ratio, such like people are disliking the show and that's the reason why Hot Topic's gonna go down. Let's just continue to see what the other reasons are.
People saying they'll refuse to shop there now, and all the other usual complaints about how terrible the show is.
Okay, because they think the show is terrible, that's another reason why they don't want to shop there anymore. Well, if this doesn't suit your fancy, then Amazon Prime has the first episode for free on their website. It's free with Freebie, and well, we can see what the public rating is for it. This is the first episode, and you can tell I was watching it on my own because I really do like the series, but then the ad popped up and I'm like, oh, I'm doing a video. Oh, you're saying that it has 4.8 stars out of 5? And there's a total of 3,000 global ratings. By the way, global ratings are hard to come by, especially for shows, unless if you give it a 1-star or a 5-star. So this, I'm not gonna say it's canny per se, but it being recently released on Prime, I think we can say those who have at least taken the time to watch it, those who have at least taken the time to see it or see what it's about, that it's not even because people dislike the show as much as we think. I think it's just because Hazbin Hotel is the new fad of the mainstream media, right? You got Murder Drones, The Amazing Digital Circus now going on to Netflix. I think I just debunked all 3 things of why people really dislike Hazbin Hotel or why it's going to kill Hot Topic. I think to conclude this first episode of the Hazbin Adventures, I really want to just say that I feel great that it is being incorporated into stores and having its own merchandise now, but I don't think that it is warranted with the hate that it gets and it receives, just because it's very big and popular onto the whole, YouTube stream and Prime Video and whatnot. I can't just base it off of the research I do here. I have to find out for myself. And that's why on the next episode of the Hazbin Chronicles or Hazbin Adventures, whatever you want to call it, whatever fancy or tickle, we are going to be interviewing an actual Hot Topic employee to talk about what is actually going on. And also, not just that, I want to share a really quick clip.
Yes.
Do you think a lot of people have your same take?
I don't think so. I think a lot of people and fans of Hazbin Hotel are unaware. So I would just say do your research. Yeah, that's really, just do your research.
Obviously, I'm not going to show you the whole thing till next episode, but I think it was kind of nice to show you guys the inside of what I have found out so far. If you want to see what's next on the Hazbin Adventures, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one of our adventures into the Hazbin Hotel world. If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie. Hang on, hang on. Hazbin Hotel, hell is forever. Sorry, sweetie, but there's no defying their fates, cause hell is forever, whether you like it or not. Had their chance to behave better, now they boil in the pot. As we finished our at-home research, the only question left now to answer is, What do the Hot Topic employees themselves think of Hazbin Hotel being there? Here you imply that they don't deserve death? Are they winners? Are they sinners? Cause it's cut and dry. Fair is fair, an eye for an eye, yeah! You're going to be seeing part 1 of the interview of the Hazbin Hotel and Hot Topic. Now basically, this is just a short little part of the interview where I get to ask about Hot Topic itself. And you gotta remember, this was recorded on October 11th of 2024, so it's a little bit older, but I wanted to do this in a perfect time and manner where I was ready to finally catch up on it. And well, gamers, get ready to see the actual interview. Hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the hottest place right now, the Hot Topic Hotel, where you get to see the finest Hazbin Hotel merch. As you can see right here, the different choices you can find at Hot Topic. And you can see the selection right there of the Hazbin Hotel shirts. And as we are here to investigate Hazbin Hotel at Hot Topic, let us introduce the Hot Topic clerk. Hello everybody, I'm here at Hot Topic and I'm here to interview somebody who has prior experience in Hazbin Hotel for the new wave has hit it. So first of all, hi.
Hello, I'm Lillian. Nice to meet you.
I'm doing like a Hazbin Hotel journey, basically trying to see how it's affecting the community and how it's going around. And you know, the biggest thing right now is at Hot Topic. And I saw on Twitter, Hot Topic's gonna be the new downfall of Hot Topic. Is that true?
Hot Topic's gonna be the downfall of
I mean, Hazbin Hotel.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I mean, we've been getting a lot of Hazbin merch, a lot of people calling, asking about Hazbin Hotel merch. I think we are like one of the only stores that has Hazbin Hotel merch too, other than like maybe direct websites.
How do you feel like Hazbin Hotel has affected your store? Has it been a positive change or has it been neutral? Has it stayed the same?
I could say it stayed the same.
The only thing I gotta ask though about Hot Topic, so you said it's been like just a neutral ground.
Yeah, because we have been getting a lot of people asking for Hazbin merch, so that brings in more customers to us. Yeah, we've just been getting a bunch of merch, a bunch of t-shirts and stuff, so a lot of people are excited, a lot of fans are excited that we have merchandise available.
Right, yeah. Is it mainly t-shirts?
Mainly t-shirts,
yeah.
Yep. We haven't gotten really any plushies or anything, and that usually does well during like conventions, obviously, because the convention center is down here, so a lot of cosplayers come in and fans come in looking for Hazbin Hotel merch. So
may I show you a couple pictures real quick, if you don't mind? I'm gonna pull my phone out and show you a couple pictures. I wanna see what your input is, and I feel like it's different than what I thought. Oh, sorry, wrong one, my bad. That one.
So is that someone that is not a fan of Hazbin Hotel?
I think they're not a big fan of it, but they also believe that any new fandoms like Hazbin Hotel or FNAF has ruined Hot Topic, and this will be the end of Hot Topic itself. Somebody also shared the same meme saying this. Do you think that's true? Do you think anybody can grow out of Hot Topic?
I think they can. I mean, it's really up to the person. I still think you are allowed to enjoy things, no matter what age you are, or even if you don't enjoy the same things. For example, I used to be a huge Supernatural fan. I haven't watched the show or, you know, done anything Supernatural related, or, you know, that's still close to my heart. So yeah, I think you can grow out of Hot Topic, and Hot Topic is always changing too and keeping up with the trends, obviously. Hence the name Hot Topic, because Hazbin Hotel has been so popular and just, I feel like, gaining a lot of attention and popularity.
Oh yeah, the traction's huge everywhere.
I think that's why, like, you know, we're keeping up with it and keeping up with like what the fans are saying. I think you could definitely grow out of it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, I love a lot of the merch in here too. I still have a lot of merch that I have from when I was a child too, from here. So I think it's a matter of choice.
I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to add on about the Hazbin Hotel or even the recent fandoms on Hot Topic?
I do disagree with that the FNAF fandom is ruining Hot Topic, but I don't think it's ruining Hot Topic. I love the FNAF merch so much. I love that the fandom is like, it could be a random 8-year-old or it could be a 30-year-old, and there's room for everyone. Like, it's anyone can like FNAF. Yeah, I don't think it's ruining Hot Topic, or it's gonna be the downfall of Hot Topic. Before the FNAF movie came out, we had so much merchandise and it would sell and sell and sell. Even with the Beetlejuice merchandise before the movie came out, it would sell and sell and sell.
Even here?
Yep, we had a lot. We had a whole display that was just Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, and it was just, people were constantly getting stuff
right.
because of how popular it was. So
I appreciate everything you shared with me. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you.
You want to take a picture real quick if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. That these are the designs.
Yeah. So this is the only thing that came to Hot Topic?
Yep, so we have these t-shirts here. This is all one design, and then these are a bunch of different designs that we have. So this is all that we have in store right now, and those are the plexis for those designs. And then we have like the big sticker up front.
Is that for sale? No,
I don't think so. No, no.
All right. How do you feel like Hazbin Hotel has affected your store? Has it been a good change?
I could say it stayed the same. I think of it as a negative change because I'm not a fan of the creator of Hazbin Hotel, so seeing the merchandise sometimes angers me.
Okay, I get it. This episode's going to be a little bit controversial, okay? Before we get started into this interview, I want to say a couple things, just so everybody's aware on where I stand, where they stand, and how we continue from here. So this is the second part of the Hot Topic Hotel interview, where we get to see the inside of the person who works at Hot Topic. They personally do not like the creator of Hazbin Hotel, Vivian Medrano. So out of respect for both them and the show, I'm going to do as much research as possible into what they talk about on what they dislike about Hazbin Hotel and the creator. If you guys find this a little bit of a hot topic, and if it boils your blood, then I would suggest that you would just take this into a personal manner of what they have endured on either falsities or what they proclaim as what they think is true. And then once you see my research, you'll see how the coinciding of things of like facts versus opinions versus posts that are disinformation versus misinformation. Just take it with a grain of salt of what they say until you see my research that I put into it, okay? Let's get into the interview, shall we?
And I feel like a lot of fans don't know about the creator and their opinions on stuff, including like genocide and boycotting. So I see it as negative.
You personally see it as a negative thing.
Yes.
Do you think a lot of people have your same take?
I don't think so. I think a lot of people and fans of Hazbin Hotel are unaware of the creator's stances on things.
Pop.
So I would just say do your research. Yeah, that's really just do your research.
You did say that you had a little bit of an enjoyment of the series beforehand, and you said the creator's opinions and the whole thing about her stances has changed your mind. Speak a little more to that, maybe?
When I first saw anything about Hazbin Hotel, I really liked the animation style. I liked the character designs a lot. It was definitely something that I felt was right up my alley. And then I started doing more research on the creator and just the show, and there was a lot of controversial stuff on the show. I do like Brandon Rogers, so
Brandon Rogers.
Yep, so I was like, oh, like this is totally something I can get into, and then I started seeing more and more stuff online, specifically Twitter and TikTok, about the creator and certain things that she has said that I completely disagree with. I think some of the things she said are just downright horrible to say out loud. For example, posting a picture of eating McDonald's and being glad that Palestinians are dying and saying that.
So, to clarify this was a common misconception that was brewing around on the internet. Like I said, nothing against the person I interviewed and nothing against the people that had this assumption. But Vivzy Pop did not specifically post a photo of her eating McDonald's and saying she supported genocide. Matter of fact, this was a debunked theory, and it came from specifically this thread. So many of them came from this thread specifically, but also they try to find other things. If you look it up on Google real quick, I'll just show you as a quick thing. Vivzy Pop eating McDonald's. There's legitimately nothing about her specifically eating McDonald's. And if you look up Vivzy Pop Palestine. Basically, as you all know, there is no actual receipt of her saying anything about her support in Palestine at all. If she supports Palestine or supports the genocide, there's nothing. But a lot of people have seen this, and a lot of people got their information directly from this thread. Been seeing a lot of Vivzy Pop retweet supports for Palestine. I knew she wasn't a Zionist. Suck it, haters, these past few days. She ate at KFC. She went to Disney World. Also, her show being aired on Amazon. But the fact that there's an actual thing that people have said that she supports the genocide. Look, to be fairly honest, the person I interviewed was misinformed. I will clearly state this. They were misinformed. Posts like these just spread around and not give actual proper criticism to Vivzie for what she's actually done. Businesses are businesses. Either way, fast food that is ready to eat right there. McDonald's. Starbucks, you get your coffee in the morning. It's just normal shit. I don't support them. So basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think Vivzie tried to do this for anything. This was just a misconception that was being misconstrued around. Okay, just to summarize it down, there was no proof that she supported the genocide in Gaza or supported Palestine and the freedom they deserve. Even though I kind of think it's kind of hypocritical that she doesn't, especially with her post she's posting now. But criticism is criticism.
So there's a lot that I have seen that kind of makes me not want to watch Hazbin Hotel, not have anything to do with it. I say if you are a fan and you do enjoy it, I think you can separate the art from the artist. You can still enjoy the show and not agree with the creator's stances.
So you did say, to clarify, that you can try to separate the art from the artist. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the team deserves their fair share?
Because I know it's not just the creator working on the show and working on everything. That's a little bit difficult because it's hard for me to believe that they don't know what the creator is saying and the stances that she takes. And I understand, like, you know, everyone's grind is different. So if that's your way of making money and surviving is working with her and working on the show and working on everything, you know, I'm not going to say you can't do that, but I am just going to say just be aware, at least. Just be aware of what the creator is saying as much as you can be. It's super important.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair criticism, especially whenever you are leading a fandom that is growing into more popularity.
It's like a cult following now. Mm-hmm.
Basically.
And even in the cosplay community, too. So I see a lot of cosplays.
I think any fandom anymore is almost like a cult in a way.
Agreed.
Any new fandom, at least. Murder Drones, have you heard of that?
I have not.
Okay, I actually have done a story over Glitch. They did the same thing Telltale did, where they basically fired a bunch of employees and whatnot. But I do appreciate the honesty. I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to add on about the Hazbin Hotel or even the recent fandoms?
I do disagree with that the FNAF fandom is ruining Hot Topic. From what I've heard and seen, I haven't heard anything bad about the creators. If I'm wrong, I would love to be educated.
The only thing that Scott Cawthon has done is donated towards political parties that people disagreed with. But that's all I know too.
Okay, good to know though.
Yeah. Well, then I got a couple generalized questions, not just Hot Topic, but maybe your personal opinion or what you think the fandom is about. Do you think Hazbin Hotel has become a very inclusive community? I want to just know your opinions. I'm biased, obviously.
Well, I think that like most Hazbin fans are queer.
So fun fact actually, truth is, here's the poll. The original poll shows this. It turns out it was about 50-50 on the fan base. More about like 2/3 of the fan base was actually queer. But I ran my own poll, baby. The new poll that I have chosen has a total of 209 votes. It is actually mostly queer. In this Reddit discussion, I learned a lot more, that you can be more than just one group. Okay. I can't deny that.
Yeah, so I think there's already that sense of community within the fandom. So I think there's kind of that base level of similarity and sameness and comfort within the fandom. I haven't seen enough of Hazbin like actual content to know to like give you an actual like educated answer. I know there's like representation of sex work in the show as well.
Yes,
I don't know too much about that. I definitely think it's inclusive. I think there is also room for criticism, especially with like I've seen a lot of stuff with like, I know there was a little bit of controversy surrounding that character, Angel Dust, I believe.
So the controversy that lies around this is mainly the fetishing of sexual assault. But there's a couple things that suggest people having a little weird feeling about this, and I understand it, so let's go through it real quick. So this person posted, why do people online hate Angel Dust stories so much? Mostly talk about Poison, how it's glorifying the sexual abuse fetish, and they talk about how Valentino's a flat character. But the main thing that a lot of people were off put by was they made an essay joke with Sir Pinch's so soon afterwards, which yes, they kind of insinuated in the show. But what really happened was, it's the club is called Consent, and the whole point of the club is to have consensual sex. And the reason why Serpentius was able to come out of that room soon after, is because he did not give consent right after, which is why he's came back out. That is at least the overall assumption from the fans. But even though a lot of people think that Poison was just a rendition of an addict but worse, somebody who has been through sexual abuse actually commented on this, saying Angel Dust is a bad representation of SA victims. You need to take in what Angel Dust says, okay? So here's the thing. 'Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison. Addicted to this feeling, I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choices. Every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Basically, what's happening in here is he feels like he's stuck in chains of being through this SA. And by the way, you gotta remember, he's under a contract. Two things I want to point out here that you may not agree with me on, so we can have different takes on this, is they're in hell. So basically, it is normalized to do this in their less production. Secondly, also, that is how it feels to be trapped in something like that. At least from my experience. The change, the addiction is not actually wanting more. It's the fact that you feel like you have to do more. Poison is a good rendition of Angel Dust's backstory. Especially for it being in hell, it kind of is that way. I had a rethink on what I was thinking. Basically, all I was trying to say is Angel Dust's story, I think, is perfectly written. And I understand both sides where SA victims say that it's a good or bad portrayal. And it's hard to build off of Addict, right? And so Poison is the way that I think represents it the best.
Like white cosplayers cosplaying like dark gray colored characters.
Oh.
And I don't think it's my place to have an opinion on it or say anything on it. I think that's up to people of color for how they feel about it. I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that because I've heard that the like gray scale characters are supposed to be people of color. So when white cosplayers change the tone of their skin to be a character that is representative of a person of color, I think you have valid criticisms, and I appreciate everything you shared with me. Honestly, this is supposed to be a bit, but you actually made this a lot more enjoyable than I thought. So even though me and you have different opinions on the show, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.